Hi, welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. I love to make cards, I love to share cards, and I really like to send cards to people. So today I thought we'd make a couple of cards, and we're going to make them based on a sketch challenge. So I'm a couple of minutes late going live because I forgot to print the sketch. So I went running upstairs to print that, only to realize that I printed it really small. So, hi Deb, I'm just going to have to go with this because I didn't have time to print it again. So, hi Jackie. So here is the sketch. That's pretty small, but I think if I hold it up here, you'll be able to see it. So it's got like a pennant or a flag, and then this uh, piece here, a little bow and a circle. So I think if you've watched me before, you've heard me say, I believe a sketch is a jumping off point. And if it takes you down a different path, that's okay. You've still used the sketch for inspiration. So I'm hoping you'll let me take those liberties today. I have one card that I'm going to show you and make together. And then I have another card that I made. And I don't know if I got too far away from the sketch challenge and really shouldn't put it in a blog hop that's based on this photo. So I'm going to need your help to help me decide that. So this stamp set is in this case backwards. Let me turn this around so you can see that better. So the first stamp set that we're going to use is this Petals of Beauty, and this is a new online exclusive. So you have to go to the website to see this. And it's got lots of different flowers, and they're all two-step stamping. And then it has a set of coordinating dies. And here's what the dies look like. So the dies cut out a lot of the flowers and the leaves, and then there's some extra ones that just layer up with the cardstock. So you've probably seen people talking about the new stamp cases, and they don't have something on the inside that matches up the stamps so that you know what you have in there. So what I did was when I first got this, I inked up all of my stamps and stamped it on the back side of this paper. Now it's a shiny paper, so it took a while to dry. I think I would just stamp it on a piece of copy paper and glue the copy paper in here. And then you need to put the flimsy sheet of plastic, probably the one you used to throw out, adhere that in here, because if you stick the stamps right to the paper, they stick. So here the stamps are still on the heavier piece, and I don't have everything lined up. I've been using them, but then you put them on like that, and you will know whether you're missing any stamps or not. Hi, Joanne. And then on these dies, I'm just using the same piece of magnet sheet that I used to use before that fit in the stamp case, and just sliding it right in. I can see the dies on the front. I can see the dies on the back. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there. So here's the sketch once again. Okay, so I'm going to start with a card base. I chose Mossy Meadow, and it's going to go this way. And I'm going to use a petal pink mat. And I did have a piece of designer series paper that I was going to put on that. I'll show you, but I decided not to. Well, maybe I'm not going to show you because I don't seem to have that piece lying around here anymore. It looked like this, It had this pattern on it. The other side is like that. Oh, I found it. Here it is. So I was going to have that on there, and I just wanted a little petal pink border, but I decided we probably don't need that. I'll set it aside and you can tell me if we do. So then I was going to put my piece of DSP just like that. So I'm doing pretty good so far, right? It looks like the sketch. And then I'm guessing that in that drawing, they have this kind of like that. Maybe it's a little bigger because it's centered. I don't like that. So I'm going to have my diamond out all the way. Like, whoops, like that. And then we're going to do some stamping. I have some of the leaves. I figured that one was going to get covered up, so I cut it off the side of a piece of paper. But I have some leaves, and we're going to stamp a couple of flowers. So like I said, these are two-step flowers, and I need one more to show you. I may not use them all two-step on my card, but I want to show you what they look like. So generally, with two-step, here's a piece of scrap paper, I would ink up the lighter color. And my lighter color, I'm using Petal Pink. And there's the Petal Pink. I didn't get a good stamp right there in the middle. That's all right. I think the next layer. And then Petal Pink and Calypso Coral are color buddies. Even though one has pink in its name, it's really more of an orange or a melony kind of color, I think. And so then a darker color is the second layer. And I'm going to have to get my head in here for a second to get that right on top. And that's how you do the two-step stamping. I thought for this, instead of doing a petal pink background, I'm just going to stamp my flower on petal pink with Calypso Coral ink. I'm going to do it once, and I'm going to do it twice. Okay. And then the same thing with a smaller flower. Oh, this is the second step. The second step is a little fuller on this one, but this would be the underneath one. And then another way that I use these, sometimes I use that second or the fuller layer, the more complete layer, without putting anything over it, without using the darker second layer. So you can use the second layer alone, you can use the first layer alone. So this is Petal Pink. I'm going to stamp it off once, and then I'm going to stamp it on some Very Vanilla, and you get a nice faint kind of stamp. So I've already cut some of these out. Actually, I've already cut all of them out so that you don't have to watch me do that. So again, here's two steps using both of them. There's the first step, full ink on that one. And then these are all just the second step on colored cardstock with a little bit darker ink. So I've cut out two of the big flowers. Here's my lighter flower on the Very Vanilla. And I think these probably have centers you can put on them. Maybe we should do the center. It's right here, and I had a little tiny block. Here we go. This is the center, and I'm looking at the patterned paper, and the center of the flowers on the patterned paper is like a black or maybe an early espresso. I don't want to use black in case that's too dark, so I'll use early espresso. And we'll put a little, oh, that's pretty, a little center in each. I'm going to stamp off for this light one in each of those flowers. There we go. Petal Pink and Calypso is so pretty, Julie, isn't it? And they call them color buddies. They go together very nicely. All right, so we're going to put this piece on our Petal Pink mat. I really like to call it Petal Cantaloupe because it's not pink. It's not pink, Stampin' Up. It's not pink. When I think it's pink, I don't like the color. When I think it's more of a melon, I like the color. Does that happen to anybody else? I think pink gives me a different expectation of what the color is going to look like. Okay. And that's going to go, oh, I think that's a little bit crooked. Let's use our grid lines. And if I get it straight on the bottom and equal on those three sides, then usually it goes down okay. I still feel like that might be downhill a little bit. All right, so now we're going to build up our flowers. And do I have room to hang those off? I do. So I think I'll just put, I'm just thinking about a glue dot, but I'm just going to put a little glue right there. And maybe a little bit. And I'm going to cut the rest of this right off. A little bit over here. Okay. And then we'll figure out how we're going to layer our flowers. We can do two big ones. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Donna. We can do two big ones and the lighter colored one and a little one over there. Let's see. Feel free to call out how you think I should do these. We do still need a little sentiment, and I was thinking, oh, I had some banners right here. Oh, here they are. I have some banners from the triple banner punch. I didn't know if I might want to put it there. I should probably do it in the Very Vanilla. What do you think? A whole bunch of flowers? Or just a couple of flowers? And we can always cut out more. I think I might want another Very Vanilla flower. What do you think? Let's cut out one more. We have it right here. One more Three flowers, one of each, Courtney says. Deb says three flowers, not four. But what about five, I tell you? Then we're getting at the odd number again. I agree, not four. But let's see about five. Nature likes odd numbers, they say. Maybe nature just likes odd things. Let's see how this one looks. Deb says five would be okay. Oh, we got to do our center of that one. And we'll stamp off. And then I should not have put this on. It's not coming off. Going that way, I think. Maybe like that to let a little bit of the green poke through. Oh, I don't know. This is why I don't arrange flowers all the time, because I second guess myself. Okay, I think we're just going to have to go with something like that. Okay, good enough? Good enough. Let's get these two bigger ones on first, and I should have my silicone mat under there so that I don't get glue where I don't want it. Or I should say I don't stick where I don't want to stick. I like that right there. And that one over there. I don't like too many of the edges to poke out. I don't like those extra lines to show, like the corner there. I like to cover that up. And I think we'll pop this one up on some mini dimensionals. Oh, I got a yes from Deb. Well, that's good. Hopefully I'm still in the right ballpark as to when she said yes. You never know. I could be two iterations away from that. I forget which way I liked the way I had that. Okay, maybe like that. And then very vanilla. This pack of paper, this Petals of Beauty paper, is just so, so pretty. I guess I'm covering up a lot of the triangular part of this shape. But see, I did start with this this sketch in mind, but I always deviate. All right, and then let's get my banner punch. Have you seen this new triple? Oh, I just knocked a cutting plate off the table. Have you seen this triple banner punch? It's pretty cool. I love the way it cuts three banners at once if you want. Sometimes it can be a little tough to cut all three, but if you put in just like a 3/4 inch piece, whichever one you want it in. That is also a little bit easier, and it coordinates with this stamp set called Banner Sayings. So I think we're going to use I Can't Thank You Enough. We need a couple of cards. Is that going to fit? Let's see. I don't know. It sure is. I can't thank you enough. What do we want to put it on? Maybe this one. And I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow. Or do I want my early espresso? I think I want my early espresso. Okay. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I can't thank you enough. Now, I smudged that a little bit. So, or maybe is there, I don't know if I had a little hair on that. We're going to have to use a different shape. And then while we're here, I'll just stamp this one and I'll use it on another card. Right? Why not? All right, and let's pop that up too. Oh, I did not cut. I have some very vanilla right there. I did not cut a piece for the inside, but let's do that. And then I'll show you the other card that I made, and you can let me. This is an online exclusive from November, Courtney, and already available. I have not gotten my pre-order yet. Let's put this on. I'm trying to decide. I guess we will pop it up. I don't seem to have any of my full-size dimensionals over here. Here we go. Dimensionals are one of the things that will be on sale from Tuesday to Friday in the Black Friday sale. This is the first time Stampin' Up! Is having a Black Friday sale. I think adhesives, they're on sale, 15 or 25% off. I want to say 25, but I'm not exactly sure. Trimmers and trimmer blades and things like that are 40% off. And some cardstock is going to be 15% off, but we don't know which cardstock just yet. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And you get the idea of a triangle coming out there, right? Say right. Please say right. Okay, so now I got to take off a couple of these. Because I think I want this to go like that. Yeah. So let's put a little glue there. And we'll slide it right there. And I have some bling that goes with this. Let's see if I can find it. It's called Pearls of Beauty. Isn't that really pretty? And you can tell that I liked this. I used these on my swaps, the ones I forgot to take a picture of. I used a lot of them on that. I think I'll use this color. So there's two different sizes. Let me get my take your pick tool. It works much better than my scissors do. And we'll put a big one over here. All right, so that's the outside. Let's see if I can clear my cutter off enough to just make a 4 by 5 1/4 insert for the inside. And is there another sentiment from this? I really like sending my love. Um, no, oh, how about consider yourself hugged? That's a nice inside sentiment. Consider yourself hugged. If I could find it, there it is. It helps to turn them over so they're not upside down. And I'm going to put it on my glass mat and get it straight on those lines. At least so that I know I'm not stretching it or curling it. Since it's clear, I can get it straight pretty easily, she says, and she shouldn't. There you go. And should we stamp a little something on the inside? Of course we should. Let's do a couple of the stamped off petal pink flowers, or maybe just one. I'm going to see if there's enough ink left on that. There we go. Just one flower for the corner. All right. Now, it's Christmas time of year, right? I mean, we still need thank you cards. We still need birthday cards. We still need other cards, but I feel like anytime I make a card, I should also make a Christmas card. Isn't that pretty? I like that. So I made a Christmas card starting with this sketch. And you'll just have to let me know if you can see any of the sketch in this card. I don't know, might be a stretch. But I was thinking if the sketch were turned on its, well, the sketch is still this way, but the card is turned on its side. There's the triangle. So my triangle was kind of up that way. Here's my piece of patterned paper down the side, and then my circle. So what do you think? Can I claim? I mean, it really was inspired by this. I had thought about trying to make a bigger Christmas tree back there, but I just couldn't figure out how to do that. Oh, it looks like my camera froze for a second. But what do you think? Joanne likes it, sketch or not. Courtney says she can see the inspiration from it. So maybe I'll put this one in the blog post, but I may show this one also, just as a little extra bonus. So thank you for joining me on this chilly Sunday afternoon. I hope you are enjoying yourself, getting ready for Thanksgiving, and I'd like to wish you and your families a very happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for all of you that watch and comment on my video. Joanne, we will not know any more about what's on sale before the sale starts on Black Friday. So I suggest you log in to the website, and there should be a pop-up box or a banner right on the top that says Shop the Black Friday sale. And if it's not there, it would be under What's New or Happening Now. And then you'll be able to see everything that's on sale. Things like the trimmer blades at 40% off. I'm guessing if you want those, don't wait till the end of the sale. The sale is November 25th to December 1st. So if things sell out, then they're gone at the sale price. So hop on Tuesday morning or stay up late, 2 a.m. Eastern Time, midnight Mountain Time is when the sale will start. And if I can help you, if I can place an order or make a recommendation for you, please let me know. All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday and thanks for joining me. Bye bye.